you by squash. Without squash, you ain't gonna get no fried squash. You ain't gonna get no stewed squash. You ain't gonna get no squash casserole. So, I'm sponsored by Squash. Without squash, you don't get no Paul. You are what you eat, and I'm part squash. I mean, I don't even know. I probably would have ate something. I probably would have survived some kind of way. But I mean, squash is it's part of what's kept me alive. So today's episode is brought to you by Squash and Cotton. You know, both of those things have clothed and fed me. And so, that's why that episode is brought to you by Squash. Now, I got some cotton, and I'm getting some ashes. I'm working on the ashes. Let's see if I working on the ashes. I'm gonna put the ashes on the cotton, and I'm gonna roll it up like a cinnamon roll. I'm gonna mix them ashes. You know why? Because I saw that alligator man do it. I don't know if he's an alligator man. I saw that country man, maybe Louisiana, Mississippi type area type man. Got them coveralls on. He did some kind of video where he made a fire by rolling ashes up in a cotton ball. And then he rolled that up real tight and then he put it between two 2x4s and he rubbed them back and forth together with that cotton in between, and it created enough friction and everything and whatever, and it caught on fire. He's able to build a fire. See, I'm working on getting my ashes into. I got some ashes over here. I'll pick them up real nicely. Now I got, I've been collecting them. I don't have my 2x4s together right now, but I have some 1x6. I've got some wood. Hello. I've got some wood on the back of the truck, and I might be able to do it. But basically, I'm going to put thank you for subbing, and I'll subscribe to you if I'm able. I got to write your name down. If your subscription shows up publicly that I can see that you subscribed to me, I'll just go right there and subscribe right back to you. If it's not there, then I'm going to need to remember what your name is. Axel, hello. And I'm going to I think I got a pencil. I don't want the dog to fall over. A little bit is, I'm about to wake him up. Come on. Come on, get down. Because I don't want to sit up to get a pen and squish him behind my back, so I got to move him. Okay, I got a pencil so I can write down the name, because when you get to be 38 years old, a pencil will always be it will always remember. I forget the way the saying goes. Something about the dullest pencil still sharper than the sharpest mind, or some kind of something. But if I get enough ashes in this cotton, and then I roll it up like this, that's what I'm talking about. And then I put it between the two 2x4s, and I roll it like that. It'll catch on fire, like rubbing two sticks together with the friction. I saw it in another video, and am I good at singing? I don't know. I think I would have to say probably not, because that's what other people have told me, but I don't know if they're just trying to crush my spirit. I don't know. Maybe it depends on what I don't know. Probably not. I'm probably not good at singing. Hello, do you play Battle Cats? I don't know what Battle Cats is, so I'm pretty sure I do not play Battle Cats. Gotta go. Axel 8080. I'll get your name so I can subscribe back. 80. But I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to make a fire. I don't know if I'm gonna. What? Brittany made cinnamon rolls. She said she was gonna make them, but they're already made. Hey, Brittany, there's cinnamon rolls. Thank you for subbing. I'll subscribe to you. It's Stewart with a T, not a D. I almost wrote that down wrong. Little Bit has started hiding food everywhere. And he run in here real quick. Why are you looking at me? Yeah, I'm talking about you. He run in here real quick. And I didn't know why he was running in here so fast. He run in here so fast. He went up under that cover. He grabbed pieces of tortilla. He run in the bedroom and he hit them up under the pillow. I moved the pillow. There was like 3 pieces of tortilla. You waiting for your pimp? I ain't got no pimp. And also, I'm going to go ahead and say this for the record. I am anti-pimp. I think that is a terrible profession, that along with prostitution and all of it. I think any pimp ought to be ashamed of himself. You know, what if someone in your family was getting pimped out and stuff? That's terrible. Do you play online games? And if you do, what kind? I used to play Age of Empires. I used to play Civilization. I was at one point in my life in my 20s playing video games for like 6 to 8 hours a day. I play Age of Empires 2 against, I think 8 was the most you could be against. I turned as many players as you could play against. I played on hardest, Age of Empires 2. In Age of Empires 3, I couldn't do it with Age of Empires 3 because they changed artillery and some other things. But in Age of Empires 2, I could play all enemies on hardest and not lose a single person. Never lose a unit. Because it'll show you at the end. My kill ratio was ridiculous. And I mastered it. I got pretty good at Civilization games too. And then I was like, these points, it doesn't carry over into like, I don't know, it was right before I turned 30. I just started feeling guilty about how much I was playing with video games. And I was like, I got to be more productive. I got to do some stuff in the real world. And then I'm kind of lame when it comes to video games. Like, I almost don't play any video games anymore whatsoever at all. Not that I don't like them. I tended to like strategy games. And I played Call of Duty too. And Halo back when that was out and stuff like that. But mostly I like to play Civilization, Rise of Nation, Age of Empires, Sim City, Sim Farming. But now I don't really play video games anymore. I quit watching TV at 18. I quit video games at 30. Every now and then I might play Dice Wars a time or two, and I almost don't do that anymore. Hello. I don't know how to speak Arabic. I don't know if it will translate it. I don't know what you said. Salam. To play. I just got smoke in my eye. But I might go ahead and try to make a fire tonight with this cotton ball like I saw in that video. I do got to go to work in the morning, so I can't stay up forever. Also, but I don't want to just like be on live till I'm about to fall asleep and I don't spend any time with Brittany. So I'm going to get off of live before. I don't know what time I'm getting off, but I'll stay on as long as I'm smoking and making this cotton ball, and I might try to make a fire. You play online, but really, no, I don't play online games. I do know that I was live in a video and someone asked me, and I wrote it down, but I don't know where the paper is. Somebody asked me if I would, they subscribed to me back when I almost had no subscribers, and they asked if I would go online, like play some kind of game with them online and stream it, and I agreed to do it, and so that still stands, and I will do that, but I don't remember who that is or what. But I'm not really going to commit a lot of time to playing video games. I don't have anything against video games. There's a play circuit in the brain. And like me, I was doing it way too much. But it kind of just depends. Like, it's good to have something fun to do. And I think video games are, they're pretty fun. But I've got I'm kind of on death ground about some things to where I have to be productive. I have to get things done. And I know my addictive personality, and I know that if I get back into playing video games, I'm going to just sink too much time into it. And I've got my farm. I gotta go work in construction for a lot of the day. And then I gotta come and manage my farm, and I gotta tend to my relationship, and I gotta take care of my animals, and I gotta build a business on the side, and I got to dig a well, and I gotta get a septic tank, and I gotta insulate a building, I gotta repair the roof. And so I can't really play video games too much. I can't do it. Because it wouldn't be like I would play video games with you for an hour and then I'd go back to my responsibilities. It would be like I would just sink way too much time into it. Because, like, I'm the kind of guy, like, I listen to a song I like, a new song, and then I just play it over and over and over and over again until I'm sick of it. And then I get to the next thing. And I do the same thing with a video game or something. Like, I'll just want to master it for no reason. And it may take a lot of time. And I don't have that much time. Because I'm 38 and I got a lot of stuff in my lungs. I got a lot of concrete in my lungs. I got a lot of fiberglass in my lungs. I got a lot of smoke and tar in my lungs. I got a lot of stuff in my lungs. So, alright, I guess I'll resume the same exact stream and just keep it going.
Let me hold that for the charger. You can use that one. I'll keep the other one.
Alright. Well, you can have the whole thing.
No.
Yeah, I'm about to go outside anyway. I guess I could just stay in here and keep it charged up. But I gotta figure out a way that it... I love you too. No, I think I will go outside. Okay, my phone died. That's what happened. So come back in the house to charge it up. Got it charged up at 10%. Got a cinnamon roll. She taking a little bit in there. I'm probably about to go outside. That's right here. I'm gonna grind that part off and grind that part off there. That way it can be welded in both directions. But somebody give me that for free. They've started sometimes to fly drones over here and over that way. Oh, I'm filming it toward myself. Let me flip the camera around. The camera can barely see the tree line. You can see it though. But you can't really see it. I'm not about to. I just don't believe in flashlights. I used them before to help the camera see. But if you're walking with a flashlight, you're just like showing everything exactly where you're at. There's a moon. I'm holding too many things at one time. I want to buy me a phone like I had before. I had a better phone, but I dropped it in the pond. But what was wrong with that phone is its charger port was messed up and it was almost impossible to ever get the thing to charge. So I was very happy when I got this one and I could charge it easily. Duke and Dolly, come on. Did I hear a cow? No, that's just a bullfrog croaking. Maybe we'll see a deer. I'll flip the camera around in a second. Maybe it can see the road. There's a lot of moonlight on it. No, it really can't. I can see the road and the dogs. There's a railroad crossing. Can y'all see that? I can't. Not in the camera. But if I was to walk out here with a flashlight, I'd be less likely to be able to see any other wilder animal. I'm about to read the comments. I got a job. I got a job, man. I gotta go to work in the morning. It's been Labor Day. I definitely have a job. I work in construction for All Pro out of Idalia, Georgia. If you look at my channel, I got some videos where I've had some downtime at work and filmed some stuff with putting up gutters and garage doors and roll-up doors and pan systems. That pan system has St. James Catholic School in Savannah, Georgia. I built it. Well, not just me, you know, the crew built it at All Pro. Almost all the garage doors are gutters or roll-up doors you see anywhere around Vidalia or Baxley or Hazelhurst, Alamo, all over. I'm out here building America. You tell me to get a job? That is good advice for someone who ain't got a job. But I got that. And I got my little mini farm I'm building on the side. And I've saved up money and bought me just under 7 acres. Nobody give it to me. I bought it off of my sweat. And I took a lot of damage on the way. Not a lot, but guess what happened to my left arm? This is Dakota Saracen. What happened to your left arm? I work, I don't watch TV no more, and I play a lot of video games in my free time. You know, earlier I was talking about that I don't play video games or watch TV anymore, but I do. I pretty much, before I got with Brittany, if I was just wasting a lot of time, I'd watch a lot of history videos. And I sometimes do that, but I don't really do it as much. And a lot of times, I just have so much that I can do developing the property that's really fun to do as well, if I could get time to do it. I like tending to the fruit trees and the grapevines and the chickens and digging the canals and building the roads and managing the forest and building the creeks and, you know. So oh yeah, that'll happen. There's a lot of them. See, one of the problems around here is people killed a lot of them that the state didn't know that people was killing, and they based like how many you can hunt a year off of that. They should also base it on like how many car accidents happen with deer collisions too, I think. But there's just a lot more deer here than they probably think are here. And they jump out in front of the road 3, 5 at a time all the time. Well, not in the heat of the day. Let's see. Someone else, Brittany told me about someone else who hit a deer on a bicycle. That's happened around here too before. I've heard about that before. Deer, sometimes their hooves don't really get a good grip on the road and kind of slide. And so they want to cross it all slow, or sometimes they just freeze up. They taste so good. That back strap is so good. Hams are good too. I don't believe in deer burger and deer sausage. I don't believe in that. Y'all are ruining it. Y'all have so many steaks, so much stew beef, why are y'all, well, not stew beef, but stew venison.
Why don't you get a knife and cut it up? What are y'all doing turning it into burger and sausage? What is wrong with you people? I mean, I'm not hating, but I'm just frustrated because I don't understand. If you could help me understand it, then I'd understand it. But why aren't you making deer steak? That's what I do. And it's so good. Normally I'll take the legs, like the shoulders and the ass of it, and I'll make steaks for like breakfast biscuits and stuff like that. And the back strap, I'll make steaks out of that. Stir fry, stew, roast. You subbed to me earlier. All right. Oh yeah. Hey Taz, I think I remember you from yesterday, but sometimes it might have been 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Sometimes all that mixes together in my memory. I don't really remember when, but I do remember that name. The dogs heard something because they didn't run over here. It ain't picking up on the camera. I think I'm facing the camera toward me right now. Oh, there's Duke coming back. I hear a car up ahead. Let's go ahead and get over. All right. Oh, he already turned. He ain't even gonna come all the way down this way. He's pulling in the driveway. Maybe that's why the dogs were on the edge. They might know the vehicle. They might have already known he ain't coming this way. I was wondering why they staying so close. They normally get over. There's the moon. That other camera I had, it was an Android too, but it could zoom in on the moon. It could be like a telescope. I lost a phone to a pond and a phone to a puddle. And it couldn't be saved with rice. It was in there too long. I see these conspiracy videos where they'll show the reflection of the moon and they'll say the lines of the continent, and it doesn't even align in the pictures they show. It doesn't even match up. I don't know why It was yesterday. I'm at 4 subscribers. I'm trying to hit 50. You'll hit 50. You'll hit 50. And I'll go watch your videos and like them. I mean, not right this second because I'm walking with the dogs. But when I get back home. Did y'all hear that? There was 2 different owls. I don't know if the mic can pick it up. There's an owl to my rear left and an owl to my forward right. Did that? Well, not like that. There's more of a quiver in it, but y'all hear it? The one to the front right did. Oh, look, they top one. Once this one did it over here, that one did it back there. There's hawks in the sky all during the daytime, and there's owls all at night, and they still keeps being rabbits everywhere. They might be able to outkill them rabbits, but they can't outfuck them. Them rabbits be getting it. Them rabbits chewing up all the irrigation lines too. Now I understand Granddaddy Randy, Like PJ almost wrecked one time because she didn't want to hit a rabbit, and Granddaddy was like, "You should have run over it." He had a nursery business, and now I try to do drip line irrigation with watermelons, and the rabbits come and chewed it all up. My granddaddy's generation would have ate them. They would have ate them. Damn. It's white meat. We fried a rabbit one time, but I'd rather eat chicken. Y'all heard that one, didn't y'all? Thou. I will keep walking. I am gonna keep walking. I want to turn around a little bit because there's about to be a car coming. They might just be going by on 280. I like to just walk the Henson Hill and back because then I know I'll walk the mile. I grew up part of my childhood on Air Force bases on Linwood and Lackland. And I know that there's always been trails behind planes, depending on the weather and all. I've seen it all my life. But like these are a little bit extra these days. I mean, these are like, there's like, I don't think there has to be like this conspiracy that the pilots are in on it all, but maybe whoever's selling the fuel or somebody putting something in there because they just expand so fast and make like a cloud. Like there wasn't this much on the Air Force base. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole sky is all. But maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. And maybe I don't remember it well because I was a child. Who knows? I wasn't joking in that other live where I was talking about losing weight. I then got up to like 171, and then sometimes it's 174. Probably a lot of that's water weight changing from sweating in the day at work or something. But I want to get, I want to lose about 10 pounds. You hear that beep? I think somebody who locked their doors when I'm walking by at night. They ain't gonna take nothing. I'm walking to the hill and back. Come on. I'm glad them dogs listen to me. Unless they're treeing something. If Duke trees something, I just gotta go get some shoes on and pull them away. So I probably should have put some shoes on before I walk down this road. But I like to run barefoot on the road so much of the year, so many days, because I don't want to step on any little sticker and it go through my foot. I like to keep a certain amount of toughness to my feet. And I'd rather do it at night than in the daytime when the road's so hot. But it's good to build some of that heat tolerance up too. Your body will respond to it by how it builds blood vessels to let heat disperse from the body. This dog feels like running, and I do a little bit too. Let's see, what's these comments? My eyes jumping up and down running. Well, if you're 12 years old, why are you on this channel? Because I clicked the thing not for kids because I sometimes cuss and stuff. Did you say you was 18? Can you guess my age? I'm 12 years old. I did. Can you guess my age? There's people that really don't like me because of my political views. And some people might just not like me for other reasons. They cut down a lot of trees up here. They always do. They farm pines around here. They plant them in rows. They cut them down, replant them. A lot of it for telephone poles and lumber and stuff. This place has changed a lot since I was a young child, though. Not as much materially as culturally. Most of the traditions of the South are really gone. I'm talking about the positive ones like hospitality. A lot of the accent is gone. Everybody listening to TV and everything, and all kind of other, people from other places moving in and living around us and everything. Everything always changes. That's what stays the same. There's going to be constant change. You have to be kind of flexible and adapt. And no one really wants change too much. They like the safeness of being able to predict things, stability. Being able to deal with change and being able to withstand uncomfortable times are two very important skills to live well in life. And if you want to be happy, don't try to be happy. Don't think about being happy, because then you're only really thinking about your own self. It's very self-focused, and it gets you off of doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then happiness kind of finds you when you're not looking for it. Live based on a moral law, an ethical code. Men don't really follow men, they follow ideas. And we bring all kind of things into reality. And there's no use spending all your time trying to destroy everything you don't like, because that's not going to build what you do want. You gotta be creative. There's gotta be room for death and destruction, like an eraser on a pencil. The primary focus should be creation, improvement. Civilizations collapse in cycles, but they have to for the sake of innovation. There's a lot of light up here. Wait, go back to the road. I thought you'd be able to see the road real good with all this yellow light. But I guess you can't. I'm almost at Henson Hill. Brittany's probably wondering why I ain't back yet. I have a question for you. Ask away. Please. Earlier I said, you can ask the question. I said, ask away. I might not have good service. It might be breaking up. There's another owl further off to the left. Have I scrolled all the way down? I've scrolled all the way down. Oh, you heard it. Okay, that's good. You heard the owl. That's cool. You can You just gotta type out the question and hit enter. Let's see, what the heck is, oh, that's that. I don't know if this is like a 5G tower added onto a pole. Oh, you can't even see the shape of it. You can only see the light. If I showed it in the daytime, you can see it's got 4 different, almost looks like megaphones coming from, 4 different sides. It's got lights on it. I think it might be a, did you see my question? No, I don't see your question. I see it says, I have a question for you. Then it says, please. Then it says, Paul. Then it says, did you see my question? So I didn't see it. I haven't deleted any kind of comments. I don't know if I don't know if it's YouTube or a glitch or bad internet service or what, but I don't see any questions. I can see the road that goes the back way to Scotland, the little town, not the country. So I'm almost at Henson Hill. I can't see the hill because it's in the shadow, but I can kind of see, now I can see it. It's almost. Can get your subscribers. Can I get? What, you want me to see if I can get my subscribers to subscribe to you? I gotta ask them too. Let's see. It's HARRYGZ_Taz. Yeah, I'll try to do that. I could probably put that in a post. Let me screenshot this. Will it screenshot it? Yeah. That way I'll remember. Alright, I screenshotted the name and I can make a post asking them to that. I'll do that for you. I don't know. They might. Some of them probably will. Alright. This is the place I've talked about in one of these videos where I had my blinker on all the way from down there to that brick house, and I was turning left here at Henson Hill. I was turning left here. It still can't see the road. I should have brought the headlight and just used it when I got down here. But anyway, I was coming down from that road that way, this way, to turn left here. There's a solid line. You can't pass people. And he tried to drive around here and pass me to the left and crashed into the side of my truck when I had the Ford truck. And he went across this 4-way and he went over there to where that tree, those trees are that way, going back toward 280 toward Alamo. He pulled over, but he never stopped or exchanged information, like insurance information or anything, and he fled the scene of the accident. And the police were on duty and all kind of other stuff going on with other wrecks and stuff. And I had to wait out there. It was a Sunday. I had to go to work in the morning. And I was out there, I think, till like 1 a.m. or something. I think I forget how long, but I started having to shit. I had to pee. They said I could just pee right there by them trees, by them people's houses. I was like, the fuck? But anyway, I had to wait till they could get the guy with the computer to do the report and everything. And I was there like forever. That day sucked. Brittany had walked home. And so she walked like half a mile. And we hadn't been together that long when that happened. And then I didn't have a truck. And I had to wait till the insurance give me the money before I bought the other truck, and I had to like pay people for rides to work or my bosses started giving me a ride to work until I got my truck. But all during the day and everything, I didn't have a truck to get up there and water my plants. Some of them trees started drying up and dying. And to go see Brittany's mama or to go see Brittany or whatever, I had to walk to McCray, and she will walk here. She walked. It's like an hour and a half walk. She will walk to come see me. I thought, my ex that I was with before her, when I lost my truck, Like I'm pretty sure I'm sure the things that Brittany stayed for, they would have just left. Like I really thought Brittany was gonna leave. Like I didn't. And I told somebody at a birthday party, I was talking about how she had walked that far to see me. Because I was like, dang, she loves me, she walked me. And they're like, and that girl across the table said that that she was crazy. And I was like, no, she ain't crazy. She just loves me and she knows what she got. And also, like, fuck anybody. Like, anybody, like, what I mean is, if somebody wants to be against Brittany, fuck them. And Brittany's like that. If somebody says even the slightest thing, if somebody even says the slightest negative thing directed toward me, she gets so mad. All right, let me get over to it. Okay, they didn't turn. They kept going down 280 toward McRae, so I can get back on the road. I like to walk in the left lane. So let's say you hear cars at the same time, and some are in front of you and behind you. You can see what's in front of you easier than what's behind you. So I don't want to walk in the right lane and some car come up from behind me and hit me. It's better to walk in the left lane. That way, if there's a car coming toward me, I'll see them right away when they're way down there, and I'll have plenty of time to step off the road. And that's what you should do. I don't know legally if that's what you should do, but practically, that's what you should do. I'm chaotic good. That's what my brother Josh said. And that's probably true. I live in Georgia. I've been to Tennessee before. Twice I went to Tennessee. I was at a stadium one time. It was something with the church and the youth group, and George Bush went there. Not for the first few days, but they had security everywhere, and then you had to have metal detectors and then look through your stuff and everything. And I don't know where he was in the building, but he was there. Back then I thought of it as a positive thing, but after all the whole island and everything, now I wonder. I ain't just like, talking about Epstein Island. Totally a Mossad agent working for Israel, compromising the U.S. government. It's really a shame that the U.S. government could be compromised that way. It's really shameful. Well, what can you expect from a bunch of lawyers? I don't know. There's some good lawyers probably, but I guess you would have to have some good people be lawyers. But there are definitely some bad ones. The camera lens can't do what the human eye can do. The camera lens just has however much night vision it has, but the human eye the pupil dilates to let in more light. And then the brain processes the information and starts to make adjustments and corrections and everything. And before you know it, your eyes have adjusted and you can just see everything. But the phone, there's been no improvement. It just still sees darkness. It's really amazing. The whole like biological machinery of animal bodies and the human body. It's really amazing. For AI to have the processing power the human brain needs, I don't remember the math. I need to look this up. But I remember when I read about it, it was just like it consumes way more energy for a computer to do something than the human brain. The human brain is really efficient and doesn't use very much electricity. That's why in the Matrix original script, not the movie, the humans, they weren't batteries, they were processors. They were for processing. But they felt like they had to dumb it down for the audience. And they turned it into batteries, which humans, I guess, could be a salt battery, but we're really better, I guess, at being a processor than a battery. I live in Arkansas. Is it Arkansas spelled with an S? Or is it Arkansas? It's got to be I think I hear people say Arkansas. I think I heard it in a song. Tell your ma, tell your pa, I'm going to ship you back to Arkansas. You hear that? That's coyotes way out that way. You could barely hear it though. It's like, oh woo, oh woo. I mean, but like barking at that like cadence. Not barking like a yelp. But they're way out there. They're way back there. I don't think the mic's gonna pick it up. I saw a fox real close up. I was sitting on the stack of pallets and it walked right by me. And then it went up under my little building that I'm gonna build my house out of. And then by the time I got to the building and looked up under it, it was gone. And probably run out the back, like to the left of where I was looking, where all them thorn bushes and all them blackberries are. And there was no way I was gonna be able to like that's gonna slow me down. I can't go through those blackberries and keep up with the fox. It does have an S at the end. Like the way it's pronounced. It's good I got some exercise, but I already miss Brittany. Because I only got so much time before I go to sleep and go to work. They really gonna come on here and tell me to get a job. I was working when I was in high school, bro. I was working at Warrington Egg Farm when I was in high school. I was going to a Bible college Tuesdays and Thursday evenings at the same time that I was working at Warrington Egg Farm on the weekends. And then when I graduated high school, I was going to Lanier Tech. At the same time, I was a manager at Kroger in Dawsonville, Georgia, at the Kroger that's at the intersection of 53 and 400. And then for family reasons, really, because I missed my brothers and because my granddad was dying. To have more time to be around my granddaddy that was dying, I moved back to Wheeler County. And then I went to work for a short time at Piggly Wiggly, and then I went to Husqvarna to the factory building lawnmowers. I don't know, I'll back up from the beginning, but I'm just saying, that guy that said that, well, I guess I won't because no one's watching now. And when it gets posted, you'll hear the first part of it. But it really is crazy to tell Paul Browning to get a job, because I had a job when I was in high school, and I've always had a job. There was only a short time that I didn't have a job, and it was really because I didn't have a vehicle or transportation. And then as soon as I did, I got a job before that. I got a job as soon as somebody would drive me to work. I went and lived in the office of the building and worked at Cherokee Landscaping Supply. Then I went and worked at J&K Creations. Now, I did work between Husqvarna. I worked at Piglet. And I didn't get fired, except from Warmington Egg Farm. I didn't get fired. I would just work at a job for so many years and get good at it and get bored and want to do something else. So when I got bored of grocery stores, I worked in factories. I really never got bored of working at the factory work. I actually liked it when most people hated it. I liked being a factory worker. If the factory was open, I might be working there now. I think I like construction better than factory work though, because it's like factory work but a field trip. You know, you get to go outside, you get to go somewhere. You're not always standing in the same spot. Like at a factory, you're always constructing, but at like the same spot, doing the same basic parts of building over and over and over again. But a benefit to a job like that is, because of the repetition of factory work, it frees your mind up. Because once you've done that same thing like a trillion times, you don't have to think at all to do it. So it completely frees your brain up to be able to think about anything. And I guess some people didn't take that advantage. They try to small talk with the people at the factory, or they would try, or whatever. But that's the thing I liked about it, because you didn't have to really think about what you was doing, because you do it over and over and over again. Your mind's free to think. And let's see. But you make like 1 million lawnmowers, but you don't know when you made or which part. You made a bunch of parts of like I worked every spot on the line before they promoted me to utility. And so I had built every single part of the lawnmower over and over again, countless times. But when I go out into the world and I see lawnmowers, I don't know which one I built or what part I built or if I built it or not. And that's different with construction. When I'm driving by houses, I know I insulated that house. I put the roll-up door on that building. I see it. I see the work that I've done. A grocery store, you see it, but it's super repetitive, because it's like you put the things on the shelf, the people buy them, you put things back on the shelf.